Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be testing out some Archer and Olive supplies that I've either purchased or gotten in the mystery bundles that you've seen me unbox. If you have not seen me unbox them, I will link them below. So what I just showed you was the Neapolitan notebook, which has black paper, white paper, and craft paper. And then I have 4 sets of Acrylograph pens, 2 of which I purchased, 2 of which came in 2 separate mystery bundles. So the first colors that we're going to swatch are the Jewel collection. I have 2 of the Jewel collections. One of them is a 0.7mm tip and the other one is a 3mm tip, so there's a big size difference there. And I'm just showing you the pages on the website so you can see how much they cost and where to go to get them if you decide you like them. So we're going to test them all on all 3 color pages so you can kind of get an idea for like which ones work the best on which colors. So I'm going to show you the difference now. The top one is the 0.7mm and the bottom one is the 3mm, so it's a lot thicker, which is better to color in bigger spaces with and do your art with, whereas the smaller ones are better for like small areas and words. This first one, none of these have colors written on them, so I kind of just made them up as I went along based on whatever they looked like to me. I have already pressed and shaken these pens so that I wouldn't have to do that for the video, but I will have to do it for some of them just because they'd been sitting there for a few days after I did it. So every pack of Acrylograph pens comes with a white pen and a blending pen. So you'll see when I open them, some of them are missing, and that's because I didn't need like 3 copies of a white and 3 copies of the blender, so I threw them in a box to send to my sister. And now I'm just gonna test them out on all different pages. So the first one is the craft paper, and this is like a light peachy color from the Jewel collection. And then I tested on the black paper, and then oh, this one's the pink one. I already made it past the peach, my bad. You'll see here all that little dark stuff on the first swatch. It came from the black paper, and I noticed this a couple of times while I was doing this, that if the ink was still wet, it would pick up some of the black paper, either on the page itself, like it closed together and then took some of the paper off on it, or it came out on the pen itself, and you just saw that you can pull the tip out of those pens and you can wipe them off or rinse them off. And so it does suggest on the packages that you keep a rag nearby, which is why you see I have a little white rag that already has a bunch of paint on them, because this is the rag I used when I was shaking them and getting them ready. So you can see that this green one doesn't really show up on the black paper very well. It's mostly just shiny. And I keep putting my hand above some of the colors to block the light to see if I could see it, because I couldn't really see it from my angle. This next color is one of my favorites, and I'm kind of glad that I have 2 of them. I have the 3mm and the 0.7mm. It's like a goldenish yellow, and yeah, I like dream about it. I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed, my nails are painted yellow right now. 2 different colors of yellow, like a dark golden yellow and then a lighter one. But yellow's not my favorite color, purple is. I just don't know why I'm like low-key obsessed with this color right now. So we're moving on to the next set of pens. It's the Cool Fall colors. Actually, you know what? I think I got this in the mini bundle. I think I bought this 0.7mm Jewel and the 0.7mm Tropical when I bought them, and then I got the Cool Fall in the first mystery bundle, and I got the 3mm in the second mystery bundle. I can't keep my stuff straight. So this one, you can't really see it on the dark paper. Also, it like splattered a little bit, which was weird. So if there's any like ridges or friction on what you're writing it on, the plastic tip will kind of like spritz it a little bit. What's that called? I know that's not the right word, but stipple? Sure, it stipples. So I think that the lighter colors work a little bit better on the black pages, I guess, like the yellow and I guess that's not true. The darker green work better. I don't know what I'm talking about. But some colors just do not work on the craft, and some colors do not work on the black paper. All of them work on the white paper because it's white paper, except for the white, but then you use it as a whiteout on the white paper, so it works out. See, this is what I'm talking about. The pigment from the black pages got in the tip of my marker, but it wiped right out. So you just have to pay attention to that. If you're using them to write over other things, just make sure they are meant to blend, and they're water-based, so they will smush together a little bit, and you just gotta keep the tips clean. That red one, yeah, you can't really see that at all. But it does kind of look blood red, which is kind of cool. I tried going over it again. You could see it a little bit more, but still not great. But it's a great color red. You can see it on the white paper just fine and on the craft paper. There are a couple of the pens that I did have some trouble getting the ink out of. I think they're in the last pack, the tropical pack, but you'll see. I kind of fight with them for a little bit. This sky blue is really pretty, and it came out great on all of the colors of paper. This is also a favorite nail polish color of mine. It's like a taupe color. It's like kind of a, I don't know, like a mushroom brownish gray color. I really like that as a nail polish color. I don't know why. Also an eyeshadow color and a lipstick color. So I just guess I like that color a lot. Is it wildly apparent that I don't make a script when I'm doing voiceovers? I tried to before, but I would rush through the words so fast that giant chunks of my video wouldn't have talking, so I just decided it was better if I just talk to you. And that's why I laugh and stumble over my words and I'm a mess. But, you know, I feel like that's a redeeming quality of mine, that I'm a mess. And my stuff is messy and just, you know, mess all around. It makes me relatable, right? Alright, and we're going to move on to the last pack, which is the 0.7mm tropical colors, which are really pretty colors. They're all really pretty colors, honestly. Like, all of the colors that I've seen from them, gorgeous. But this one's like the fun, bright, rainbowy colors. Although I don't have any that are black, but that's fine. So the first one's a nice pink. This is the pack I've probably used the most so far because I used a couple of them in my September 2020 bullet journal setup, which is a super fun, super cute, fully paint pen setup if you want to go check it out. No big deal. It's one of my faves from last year. Yeah, so the yellows, obviously, you can't see them very well on the craft paper, probably because they're similar-ish colors, but they show up really well on the black paper and the white paper. I feel like this color's not showing up exactly right. I guess through the camera lens, the colors aren't always 100% the same as they are in real life. And this pen looks a little bit more yellow-green in person. But it's showing up as just like straight up yellow on here. But then the other yellow showed up as more of a golden yellow. But that one's more yellow. I don't know. Just know they're just slightly off. This is like a kind of minty, light, bluish green color. It's pretty. I'm sorry, I like moved my book down and my camera's above me, so it's just my phone and I can't see when things move out of frame. So sorry about that. I'll show them all to you later. You'll be able to see them. I scanned the whole page of each one of these, so I promise. This turquoise pen is one that I used on a previous bullet journal setup, and I did have a lot of trouble with it, which is I think why I haven't really used these pens that much, because I had a bad experience the first time I used them and was like, these aren't even that great. But they are better, and I just need to get into using them more. Like you can see, like by the third page, it's fine. I'm just not super versed with using paint pens, and so I think I just need to learn to use them better, if that makes sense. This is the second to the last pen. I have 4 packs of these markers, and this is the only purple one that I have. And then the last one is like a silvery gray color. I think part of my problem is that I'm a little worried about like pressing too hard and ruining the tips on them, even though it does come with a few extras. I just, they weren't super cheap, so I don't want to ruin them. Anyways, yeah, this is the last of it. This is the last color, and these are the results. Every color on all 3 pages. And no, I did not do the 3mm ones because they're the same color as some of the other 0.7mm ones, so that would have been a waste of time. Yeah, that's it. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys soon.